angels, and the hysterical octopus. They have been poured into lava where the earth is shaped, where it is hard to breathe, where cattle in the meadows stand under trees when lightning flashes, where winds howl through tropical trees. They, the Cubans, must seek their own heavenly selves that was always there, but which they own, but which their own selves donated to the gods in ancient times. Now they are faced by the hysterical octopus crawling out the 90-mile sea with the nuclear arms, and they have no time to waste in their sleepless search for eternity that contains the equilibrium of orbiting stars that carries them beyond the vapors of the monster to escape like cormorants climbing the skies. This nightmare we all face, but only the Cubans are living and climbing through it. Our Native Americans seldom spoke, but for the world itself is nonverbal. Their lives rich with drums and dancing, with coyotes and stars, wolves and rivers, no guns or bank accounts, no long sentences or on stock deals, no tie-clasp pencils or alarm clocks, just peace and dignity and thoughts the Native Americans had, with others both in their ways have community, because absolutely everything is with others. In the Goliath, now to the north, there's every subtle kind of fear and loathing toward each other, while the great continents stare at the islands. It says hello and freedom and perhaps por favor before penetrating the island with a bag of canceled checks over its head. And so the island must find the equilibrium a chameleon has when it sits on top of the jaws of a Cayman alligator. Difficult for terrorists, for peasants who love their island life and cannot spell terms like terrorism or capitalism or crocodile. They must have the wisdom of 30 centuries before the Cayman comes ashore at Playa Girón in 27 months in April 1961 with urban reform and land reform and employment reform and health reform and education reform and big-time socialist reform and Shell and Texaco and oil reform squirted into the Cayman's eyes in the meantime. Imagine how angry that makes the Cayman alligator. It has never been easy. It will not be easy. But somehow they will do it. They will try. In spite of the fact that they get no rest, that they need 1,000 things and they have 400, they will try, and maybe they will succeed, and by so doing, show the world what it must do someday. Someday, maybe someday. Otherwise, when American capitalism owns the world, the UN will be relocated in the Cienega de Zapata swampy waters in the middle of what used to be Cuba, but still patrolled by Cayman alligators. When American capitalism owns the world, shareholders of 10,000 shares or more are presumed innocent of all crimes. There will be no national parks, no city parks, no old people's homes. They will be put to sleep when they can no longer carry 50-pound loads. There will be prison compounds abroad to deal with the 5 billion terrorists everywhere in the world. All newspapers will be abolished. There will remain the Pentagon Press. All hospitals will become terminal. Workers will be paid private investment vouchers plus $10 to $20 a day. There will be no public facilities of any kind. No public facilities of any kind. the properties of all non-fascist voters or abstainers from voting will become state-owned, all their houses and properties. Only shareholders can be travelers on all transportation systems. In governments of all levels, terms of office will be 25 years. All can hold such office for up to 3 terms. In schools of all levels, class size must be 200 or more. Only shareholders can attend college or universities. July 2002.